So here are the steel tubes that we buy in. We tend to get them in 6 to 8 metre lengths. We've got 2 bandsaws that we can then cut them to specific requirements based on the length of customers' packers. Most commonly we use a 273mm diameter tube, but we do have some slightly larger ones here, and the thicker wall tubes is what we make the welded packers from. So instead of tensioning the rings onto the tubes, that they are kind of fully welded onto the kind of 7 or 8mm thick tubes that we have here. Once we've got them, we then tend to store some of the pre-set kind of cut to length segments that we have. So we've got a couple here, one's at 2 metres and the other for a 3 metre packer that are on the racks outside. We use the high definition CNC plasma cutter that we have here in the workshop to cut out most of the other fabrication assembly parts required for the stub axle ends and the ends of the tubes. This is a relatively new machine that we got at the end of 2021, so we've just had it over a year now. We had a previous plasma cutter as well that we'd had for about 6 or 7 years, so we've had quite a lot of experience with using them. But yeah, this one produces really good finish on the products that we make. Here we have the stub axles and the arrangements that go in the end of the packer barrels. All of our packers we do with a kind of optional removable stub axle. It just means that if the bearing fails, you don't have to machine the whole of the packer barrel. You can unbolt it with the 5 bolts, remove the stub shaft, and then we can supply new stub shafts as well for direct replacements. So we also paint the packers in-house. These are the ones that are generally done in the matte black colour. But we can offer in any other colour. If you want yellow for your Vadestat, we can do that as well. So here we've got some of the assembled packers that we do. So they're both the steel tension packers. The ones in the front are 610mm diameter. The ones at the rear using the same rings, but with a central 5mm Hardox wear plate, takes the overall diameter to 650mm. Both rings are spaced at about 200mm centres, assembled on the same tubes that we saw outside, with all to fit 50mm bearings. We can make these any length. The spacing tends to be fixed around this 200mm, but we can vary it depending on what people want. Up to 3 metre span with these, and the typical price is around kind of £1,500 a metre for this one, maybe a little bit more with that, and then some extra allowance for scrapers as well, depending on machine configuration. If you're interested in getting a packer made for your machine, give us a call and we can talk you through the information that we need. Thank you.